Okay, this is it. This is it. And this is everything. That's, it seems very abstract and it's very concrete and normal and simple. And this can be the moving of your hand. This is just the simple things. Nothing is special. Everything is just what it is. So there's nothing more special than something else. It's just everything. Everything is it. Everything is it already. So that the strange thing is, one moment, I'm distracted. Wait. When there is no me, everything is just the same as when there's a me, because it's only an assumption that there is a me. There never isn't, there's nowhere a me, there never has been a me. So it's, me is just a, yeah, you could say an illusion and misunderstanding. When there's separation, there is a huge feeling of loss. There's something not there anymore. And it seems like there's something, it feels like there's something missing. There's something gone wrong. Maybe there's something not right. And so there's a huge drive to make that right. And in that huge drive, that can be in anything. And when there's a me, from youth till now in the story, you could say, there are how can you say it in English? There are coming survival systems. The survival systems are to create a world, seem to create a world that's less dangerous, more safe. And because they're seen that you are someone and there's other people, so it has to be, the relations has to be all right. So you have to do your best to have a good relationships with some people, or to be obedient or listen or do anything. So it's very important that you behave right. So a lot of teachings are about behaving in the right way. It's about eating the right food. It's about being quiet, don't have any thoughts anymore, being in the now. A lot of teachings are about something trying to reach. And when you reach that point or that goal, then there will be happiness or freedom or whatever is longed for. The funny thing is, it's already there. It never has been lost. Freedom has always been there, but it seems like there's no freedom. Freedom, when it feels like you're locked in the body, you're inside that body, and you have the feeling there's a tension, and it's the abstract mind makes everything like, oh, I'm locked in my body, I don't feel free, what can I do to make it right, to make me feel more comfortable? That's what's all about. Feeling more comfortable, feeling happiness. It's always about moving away from pain and trying to feel happy, comfortable, free, anything. This is not about having a goal or reaching something. This message is about, it's already there. The freedom is already there, but the freedom isn't looking like the way you think it will be. That's the misunderstanding. It's freedom doesn't mean here that it's feeling free and everything is very, the energy is flowing and things like that. The freedom is that that everything is it. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing right. It's just as it is. That's the freedom, that's the joy, that's the unconditional love. There's nothing wrong. There's no right, there is no right, there is no wrong. There's just what is. But when there's a me and the abstract mind of people, there's always when there's always a feeling of there's something wrong, and the abstract mind is trying to help, and also the me is trying to help to make that right. I think it's in between, in thoughts, doing it in thoughts. So thoughts seem very important. When there's a thought, that there can be wrong thoughts or right thoughts, or there can be a longing. Some religions are talking about longing is not right. So you have to accept it. There's always something to do, and that's what the me loves. There's something to do. There's something not right yet. Maybe you're all right, but it can be better. So it's always trying to work it out, to make effort, to do the right thing that gives a good feeling. But the awful thing is that there always is another side. So you can also, when you're doing the right thing, you can also do wrong, not having the right behavior, or you have to go on. So maybe some behavior seems to be good, to talk slowly or to be quiet, but it's also like a prison, because it has to be always like that. So you have to make an effort to do it like all the time. This is about the freedom, is like everything is it. So it doesn't matter if there's talking slowly or moving very fast or screaming or drinking coffee or eating sugar or anything. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong, of course, because there is no good or wrong. There is just what is. And the abstract mind is looking at it and thinking, oh, no, this is not all right, because it's always about me wanting to feel good. And when it's not feeling good, then it's not right. When it's feeling good, then it's right. So that's in the me world, it's always like, oh, this feels good, so this is okay, and this feels not good, so this is not okay. This message is not about feeling good. Life doesn't care about if people are feeling good. It's just life. It's just life in an unconditional way. So it's going anywhere. It's chaotic. It's not injustice or anything. It doesn't take care of bodies. When bodies are in pain, then there's pain. But we are so, as a human, busy trying to because we are seeing that the body is ours. The body, this is my body. I have to take care of my body. So when it's threatened, or when there's a disease, or when there's pain or stress, you have to make it right. You have to do the right thing. And there are a lot of ways to do the right thing, or maybe you're doing the right thing and then suddenly you have, oh my God, I don't want to do it anymore, but then it's weak. So it's an endless game of behaving, trying to behave and not doing it. And it's a circle. It's an endless circle of trying to do the right thing and trying to reach a good life. And there's no one. There is already no one. So it's just life going on, bodies moving. That's the freedom. There is no one doing that. It's just happening. And the funny thing is, and that's on top of it, that everything is apparent. When there's a me, it seems everything is real. So the body is real, other persons are real, there are events, they're very real, there's the world. Everything is solid. When there's no me, it's seen that it's very obvious. There never has been a real world. There is no real world. Everything is apparently there and it's not. So it's not even what some people think. It's there and it's not in the same time. It's apparently there and it's not. So nothing is really happening. It seems to happen, and we're going on in the story, and that's what's happened. But nothing is serious. Nothing is really happening. So there's no time, there's no consequences, there's no free will. There's only what is. And it's very literally what is. There's no inside, there's no outside, so there's no inside, so they're just bodies. And this is everything. That room where you're in, maybe, that's everything. There's no outside world. It's just, this is it. This is everything. Okay, so you have the feeling you want to say something, or you want to chat or ask something, please do. You can unmute yourself. Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was saying there's in Friday there's a live meeting, also a Zoom meeting from the Nothing conference. They're calling it Nothing Live. It's a Zoom meeting like this. So next Friday, the 23rd of October, you can meet me. It's a meeting with me, and then it's from 7 till 9 p.m. in the evening, also Amsterdam time. And if you want to join, you can look up my website. There's a link to register, and then it's just free. Yeah. So you can join if you want.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I think my audio is see. I stopped hearing you now. Testing.
You can hear me? I am talking now. You can hear me?
Oh, let me see what happened. When I on
I
my mic,
hear
something
you.
wrong. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, George.
Ah.
I can see you are unmuted, so for me it's okay. So maybe there's, I don't know. Now you're muted, I can see. I can unmute you. I have George.
Okay. Yes. Hi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You hear me?
Now. Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you now. Thanks,
Okay.
Rose. I'm from Singapore, somewhere in Asia.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm tuning into a non-dual meeting.
Oh.
So but I've been watching videos. I've been watching your videos on YouTube. I've been watching many different teachers as well, or speakers. And I've been reading some books as well. So this is the first time, and I resonate with a lot of things. So I just been watching it a lot.
Okay.
And I'm just very curious that how does it feel like on a day-to-day life when you are doing normal things, like what happened when you have a headache, or because there's no me, right? So what happened if you go to the toilet, you have a stomach ache, you want to go to the toilet? I'm just really curious. How is it like, when there's a no me? What's your bodily function? How does it work?
Yeah, it's so sweet. It's the same. It's just the same. That's the funny thing. Everything is just the same. What is not there anymore? The only thing what is not there is that whole system of I'm going. I have to go to the toilet. Maybe I say, oh, that maybe it's good not come immediately, but it's better to wait for a second and then I know that whole thing around it. That's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's just the same. Everything is just the same. So there's nowhere a me. So there's also there George is also know me, but it's so convincing that for everybody in the story, it's so convincing. There's someone with a free will and choice, and we are kind of born, we are educated like that, but it's never there. And the whole dream about we are in control and we have a free will, and with our thoughts we can do what we have to do, and this is right. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I could better said, maybe I had, and on that things going on. That's the only thing what's not there anymore. And the strange thing is, when it's not there, you forget it was there because it's very normal. It's just not even noticed that it's not there because it's just doing shopping or sitting on the couch or just normal. No different.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Rose. This is
Hello.
Hi, Sophie from Portugal. So I don't have a video, so it's only my voice.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I had a question because you often said that there is no awareness.
Yeah.
There's no consciousness, but could it be that there is like awareness of the body, like that functions, like some kind of awareness, like that there is like knowing that there is like, for example, that there is hunger, and it's like I go and grab something. So there's like, I'm not saying like there is like a me awareness, so maybe there's just this awareness of the body itself, that there is no one, but there is like the body that knows whatever. Like it's just as you said, like needing to go to the toilet or needing to drink a glass of water, that kind of awareness.
Yeah, but there's no need for awareness to do that. So there's just going. It's not feeling like, oh, I have to go to the toilet. Something like, it's just going to the toilet. And maybe there's a thought, there can be, of course, but
so that's that movement, I can call it like movement, like going to the toilet. It's not like that there is like the body that knows what to do and aware, but there's nobody aware of it. I don't know how to say it, like
no, that's too complicated. It's just very, the body just moves, and then it's just going like that, or not.
It's also not kind of knowing. There's just only the function, only the activity of going to the toilet. That's it.
Yeah. It's not knowing I'm going to the toilet.
No.
That's what the me thinks. I know that's the me. It's always busy with that. It's knowing. You can't do it without it, but it just functions. It just functions, or it doesn't function, the body, but that's also happening, can happen. Everything can happen. But it's not because of something. It's not knowing, or it's not because of something. Maybe there can be anything.
Yes. But for you, it doesn't feel like an awareness of the body itself, like there is no one, but maybe that the body have awareness, like the body is not aware of itself, there's only awareness of the body.
Awareness is, I find awareness a very difficult word. Awareness is like, I'm aware of myself, I'm looking at myself and saying, oh, what did I do? That's for me, it's awareness. What did I do? Oh, maybe I should have not said it, and I'm thinking about how to do it better or things like that. But the body is just functioning. So, or not, or the way it is. It doesn't mean it's functioning very good. It's just functioning in the way it does. So maybe there's a disease or anything that can happen.
So what stays at the end is just functioning, actually, just functioning.
Yeah. And nobody is busy with how it goes. And that can be, there's pain, and there can be a thought like, oh, what is this? Something like that. And maybe there's the doctor, or saying, oh, no, I should go to the doctor. This is, and then it's not going, or it's disappeared. Yeah, like normal life, like everybody, it's always going like that. It seems something special, but that's how it goes. But we are so busy, like, oh, I shouldn't have got to the doctor, and when I was
right.
earlier, maybe that was better. Oh my God, that's the suffering. It's only that's part, you could say, that's the suffering, not going to because we are not in control. There is no control. That's the awful part for me. There's no control. Wow, no, there's no knowing. We're trying to know, then we are maybe more safe. Wow, there's so many efforts about that. And that's just not knowing. Yeah, maybe there's a disease. I don't know. No, we don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows.
True, that's true.
Yeah. So it's not a new way of living because it's already like that.
Yeah. Actually, not being like there is functioning, but there's not like being busy with how I function, or that it have to be different.
Yeah, that's not there.
No. It's just as it is.
Yeah, there can be thoughts about it, but then they fall away very quickly. They don't touch, they don't stick, you could say. That's what the me is. Then thoughts are there, they stick, and you're going busy, or you focus on it, or the body is very important, because that's what you are in a way, of where you are inside that body, so you have to take care. So every feeling or pain or anything that's going on seems to be very important. It's the pain and the it's not even in the body. You don't know. It's just somewhere in space. The body is not real. The body is apparently there. So it seems like it's solid and there and mine. It's not. That's for the me, that is, you can't understand that. That's awful. And in the same time, it's no big deal. But that's the freedom. But it's not for somebody. It's just freedom in the way of it's just happening somewhere.
So is it maybe so like that when there is pain, for example, as you said, like if the me like focus on the pain, then the pain will feel really like real, like focusing on the pain and thinking about it and being busy with it, like the pain will feel more real. This is the real part, very real and very young.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the thing. But also like like even if I will not focus on it, it doesn't mean I don't have a me.
No, there is already no me.
Yeah, it's true. That's what you said.
Also in this Non-Duality meetings, we have a new thing to go. We have a new goal.
Yes, true.
And then you think, oh, is this the me taking it to tea, or is it not to me? So we can be busy with that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's the other
that's
side.
That's the me. That's how the me is. He wants to do. It's just going. It's just like that till it stops.
Yes, that's the other side of it. That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, Rose.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Bye, Flora.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
I thought I would ask something since no one is asking. Is it what your I know maybe it's not an experience, but when there's no me, it seems like can you say that there's an unconditional joy as well?
Unconditional joy. No, it's just.
It seems to be
subtle joy. It's a subtle joy,
Okay.
Like that. It's something like that. Yeah, you can say.
Okay. Okay. So when you say that there's sometimes I hear the other speakers says that there are unconditional love, right?
Mm.
I know it's not the kind of love that we.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share a bit about that.
Yeah, the unconditional part is very difficult, because the unconditional means there's nothing trying to change it. So when we are always, a lot of people are looking for unconditional love, also in relationships, or that's the longing, in, you could say. And but when there's no me, there's nothing going on that tries to change what's happening. So it doesn't see someone in another body. It doesn't see someone. So there's no relationship. So just what's happening is just what's happening. So there are no there are no things going on like underneath to please or to make the other person do something so you feel safe, or all these survival mechanisms are just not there. So it's very raw and very, yeah, just like little children. It's just going and then that's it. So when there's somebody saying something, and it's just unconditional, but the unconditional part is why I say it's love. It's difficult to explain, but because everything is just what it is. So there's no one trying to change it. That's the longing. That's what everybody is looking for. So that's the love. But it's unconditional. So it's everything. It's also somebody yelling at you. That's unconditional love yelling. It's not about, because we were so used that unconditional love is about feeling nice or making you feel comfortable or things like that. But this has nothing to do with comfortable or nice or anything. It's everything. So the unconditional part is that it's everything. So everything is love. Everything is love, of course. It's this body is love, but that body or that movement is life, unconditional, loving. It's just like that. But it's not a feeling. It's not a feeling. It's everything. So it can be a feeling of anger. And I say it's unconditional love, but it sounds weird because we're not used to unconditional love. We when we talk about love, it feels like the sweet things.
Yeah.
This is not about the sweet things. It's like nature. It's just eating other animals. It's just yeah. That's how it is.
Wow. It's impossible to imagine. Yeah.
But somewhere there can be a recognition, or somewhere there can be the longing is somewhere there. That like the longing for unconditional. That there's unconditional love, because we are so busy with I'm not feeling that you see me, or you're always doing something else, or I feel not accepted, or things like that. And when there's just like little children, that's why little children are so, we want little children, because then they're just like that. And there's nothing going on about you're better or this is good or this is not good. They're just straight. That's just how it goes. There's nothing in between. There's no, in really little children, there's no me. When their children are a little bit older, there's already there a little thing of going on about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. When I hear this message, I felt like I feel happy. I feel like laughing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
But when I hear it, I feel like laughing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. But yet there's a part of me that feels happy about it. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah. I can hear that. Yeah, sure. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you. Mm.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Just coming up just right now is thinking about questions.
Mm.
There we go. So like questions, so questions are just what's happening when questions arise, but there's no answers to, right? So questions are just something that arise in us or arise. But there's no answers to questions because there's just this. So whatever this is, questions can be a part of what this is, but there's no answers. There's just questions arise.
For the me, but for the me that's difficult because they're always looking for answers. It's of course always looking for answers.
So the me is looking for answers, but so where do the questions then come from? Do the questions are the questions part of the me, or?
Oh, no, it's just questions. It's
Just
nothing is part of it. There is no me, so questions are coming. And
right.
When there are questions, it seems like, oh, they're picked up like, oh, this is really important. I want to look for the answer. There can be questions coming for anything. And they can
so
be
the me, the me really wants the answers to the questions, but questions can come up and like they are. So what? Yeah.
They still can come up, question about anything, about how many people are in that room, or I don't know, questions.
Yeah.
It's just thoughts.
Yeah.
But for the me, it's important. It's the meaning, that everything has meaning. So it's a question, then there's a meaning, and there seems to be some questions are not important, but some are really important. So then you want to focus on getting an answer, finding that answer.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So this me is just sort of something that, well, that I guess it's an illusion, but it feels so embodied. Like this is how we're showing up as this character.
Yeah.
So and
also this identity. I have an identity. That's very important for the me. Yeah.
Right. And yet this identity, what you're saying, is like it's a mirage. It's a,
There is no identity. It's trying to make it, because what we do is then I'm someone who likes this and this and that. But maybe next day there's nothing going on about that, and maybe you like something else. And it's like making something around yourself, like I am somebody who, but it changes all the time. So oh my God, you're having to be, and you have, oh, yesterday you said this, and now you say that. Oh my God. Oh yeah. What do I find? What do I want? Oh my God. So you have to maintain a certain identity. Who am I? Oh my God. Something like that. And then there are a lot of, you have to question who am I, maybe, or anything. It's like, oh my God, it's so complicated.
right.
Maybe there's wanting to have a dessert and then. No, I don't know. You don't know. It's come up, and maybe there can be characteristics, but they can change, or it's a chaotic thing. And that's the difficulty, because there's no control, and that's the me doesn't want that. They're looking for control.
Right. Right. And so I was just thinking, when I'm talking with someone that I know, I guess that me is, working hard to present that identity. It's like working hard at, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Right.
And because it's also embodied. So it's not always that that you're doing that. It's so embodied. So there is some rules or some behavior, it seems to be very important to do that like that, and it's so embodied, so it's going like that without thinking. But it's just a survival mechanism. There are a lot of different survival mechanisms about a behavior, or not saying this, or behaving like that, or trying to please, or there are so many different. Be honest. God.
Right.
I feel you're not honest. Oh God.
I know. And then, boy, that we can put ourselves down. I mean, I just notice so much in my head, or, so many thoughts of I'm doing it wrong, work, like, oh, I'm doing it wrong, or comparison, not as good as so-and-so. It's like constant berating of that I'm not as I should be.
That's the suffering. That's the whole suffering. And then trying to make it right. And there's nothing wrong. But that's the huge misunderstanding, that there's something wrong. That's just that behavior. It's coming from nowhere. It's just that. Nothing wrong. It's just that.
Right. Right. And that's the freedom, right? To not take it
freedom. Yeah. It's just like that, but it can be also a concept like, oh, I'm okay. There are a lot of books written about that. That somewhere we know it's just we are okay, but there's a huge feeling of not being worth or says something wrong. That's so embodied. So everything goes through that. You could say that colors everything. So you can know, okay, that there's nothing wrong, but still there's that sense somewhere, that belief, that embodied belief, there's something not right yet. That's so strong. That can be for a few hours, can be not there, and then suddenly it's coming back. It's so normal.
So it's just, right, it's not right or wrong, it's just part of the suffering that we are, that this mechanism is like, that it's never good enough, that there's somewhere to get to that it clearly isn't this.
Yeah.
So there's a constant striving. Yeah.
And it costs a lot of energy because this is it, but it's, when I was in that search, I was amazed that I can't feel this is it. It's always, it has to be something else. It has to be something else. Why? But still there was. It was a struggle that, oh my God, how can it not be this? But no, then there has to be, and then I had all kind of thoughts about what it has to be. Everybody has different thoughts about what it has to be. It's amazing, but it can't be this. Yes, it is. Of course it is. How can it not be this? It's just this. But the abstract mind is so capable of making something else of it and making nice words. So it seems very, that you think, oh yeah, that's right. Oh God, some people are very good in that. A lot of people changing it a little bit. And so it seemed like, oh, that's the path. There's no path. There's no need for a path. It's just the way it's moving. It's just the way the hair is. Everything is just as it is. It is not good. It's not bad. It's just what it is. It's just describing. That's it. It's very simple, very normal also. But wow, we are in such a bubble, in such a dream of trying to behave or doing the right thing.
Right.
Wow, amazing. It's just this. It's just this. This. That's it. Moving. That's it.
Yeah, then it looks like we have to change pattern, something like that.
Because there's a feeling of that there's an identity. I am someone who has a way of behaving, and that's not a good way because that's hurting people or that's hurting myself, something like that. So it's already too complicated. It's just that behavior, and then it's not safe that there won't be pain. No, of course not. Nothing is safe. There's no safe or security or control. It's just what it is. Pain, walking alone. I don't know. It's just walking. It's not walking alone. Oh, it's just walking. But the mind is so odd. There are a lot of thoughts coming, and it's so used to name it. It's already different. It's already a story. The story seems so quickly, and you're so used to it. It's hypnotic. It's also hypnotic because there's a huge feeling of feeling not worth it or not right or not okay or something like that. So everything has that color. So everything has to change because, oh, there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong. It's just that behavior. It's just that.
Yeah, I recognize that. But it's So when other people are saying, sometimes they're asking for explanations,
Mm.
and then, yeah, it feels also that
You don't know. Sometimes you don't know what to say, and then you make something up.
yeah, yeah.
You make something up because you really don't know, but maybe this is it. Yeah, it has to be an explanation, and we have to talk about it. And it's just that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
There's so many things around it. There's people are saying, yeah, but I feel that you're not saying everything. I feel that there's something. Oh my God. And then you say, no. Yeah, but maybe you don't dare to say it. Oh God, it's amazing how that can go on.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing going on. Oh, maybe it's something else. But there's so many things that's in the personal growth. I was in that. I know that very much.
Mm-hmm.
And then in other things, it's everywhere. It's trying to name, it's naming it, it's making something else of it. And there's pain, and you say, oh, this pain because I feel so alone. It's already something else. It's just pain. And that is the story, and that makes it already more, you could say what Flora said, it's already more, it becomes solid and something, and you have to do something and focus on it. Wow, that's the complication, and the mind and the me loves complication. It loves it because then it can be busy to trying to fix it or trying to get answers or to do something about it. And this is, nothing's going on, so empty hands, no escape.
Mm-hmm.
I even noticed just now, just like listening to you, and somehow there's like okay, well, how do I get this, or how do I keep this, or like nice feeling, and then there's like a well, how do I go through tomorrow at work with this, it's like like there's something to get. There's still that, oh, how do I keep this, how do I get this, how do I be happy always,
Yeah, somehow, yeah. And it's funny that the me, or that whole identity hierarchy, can't hear, it's already what's happening. So going to work, saying, I don't know what, just how it goes, how it happens, that's it. It's already there. There's nothing needed to do different. It's just what's happening. So no homework. That's amazing. That's the freedom. That's the way it's moving, what's said, what is done. That's it. Wow. We are so convinced there has to be something going better, or this has to be moving or different. And this is, it's just what it is. Just what is said, of just how it goes, how it is said, or the way you move, or anything. Wow.
I know often on a Sunday night, like tonight, I'm always, there's a worry that I'm not going to sleep well. And then, I teach kids in the morning, and I think, oh God, well, what if tomorrow exhausted, and and so often I feel like that's what happens. And then walk around at school in the morning, I'm like, this is wrong,
God.
it's wrong, I'm tired, it's wrong, this shouldn't be, should have had a good night's sleep, I'm tired, the day is ruined. And so there's that's going on, that it's wrong. I should be well rested, I shouldn't be tired, there's all that. So there's a monologue going on top of what is, which is the tiredness or whatever.
That's the bit. That's it. That's me, that whole dream that's going on all day.
So if there's just walking around exhausted because I haven't slept well, then just that's what is,
I don't even know. You say because I've slept well. I don't know. It's not. It's just maybe exhausted. There's no reason. It's just exhausted. There can be exhaustion or yelling something like that, and then somebody else there can be anything. That's it. It's not right. It's not the good behavior. It's just what's happening. How can you say it's not? It's just what's happening. But on top of it, it's all the time, this is not right. That's huge. That's so much energy in that. That's the difference. That's the only difference. But it's also, it's huge. But it's going on all day.
Right. It's like, it's like a script. I better be this way. I better be this way. I better be perfect. I better be calm. I better be kind all day. Got to be kind all day.
Yeah. That's it. God. Okay, there's a chat. So nothing needs to be better. So if you do a business and you're try all the time make things better, can you comment on that? But it's just what's happening. So when there's a business, then maybe there's trying to make it better. That it's always the feeling like this is not enough. But when there's business, there can be trying to. It's so difficult to make an example when there's doing something to make. How can I say that? But I don't know so much about business. When you're setting up a cafe and you want to have a lot of people, and then you think, I'm gonna write everybody with the email or Facebook or all those social media. Oh no, that's just what's going on. But then there's nobody coming. I didn't do enough. Maybe so it's a thinking about it's not good enough, or I should have done this, or that's the whole suffering. But it's not about that you there can be trying to you playing tennis and you take a training to better tennis. So that's just what's happening. It's not that you don't want that you don't want to play better tennis. It's when that's going on. That's just in the training. You do that lessons. But the whole dream of I shouldn't have done that. Maybe what did I do in that training? I can walk much harder. Why didn't I do that? I think that whole thing. That's the dream of me. It's not about not doing wanting to do something better. That's can be there in sport or in a business or something like that. But the whole thing about this is not good enough and we have to do this. It's very difficult to say how, because then you make it very concrete in that sense, and you can't tell how it is, you can't tell how to do, because it's everything. It's just not what, when it's everything, it's every moving is just what's happening. It's not people doing that. It's an apparent world. So it's just energy. It's particles. How do you say particles? Molecules are just moving, and it seems with the light that everything is just real and it's going somewhere, and it seems like it's a real world, and we have to make it more comfortable or anything. It's already complete. It's already this, and the feeling that it's not all right yet, or I have to make it more because then I have enough money or I feel more comfortable. It's the dream. It's the dream, because there's a huge feeling of not being good enough, or there's something missing and I have to make it right. That's underneath everything, and it's going on all day. So it's not about just the practical things. That's already just what's happening, apparently. It's not about a certain way of doing things. It's everything. Everything is it.
When everything is it, you don't have to feel any resistance.
Resistance. I don't. There can be resist. There can be a feeling like, oh, I have an appointment, and then I'm feeling, oh, I don't have to. No, I don't think that's resistance. There can be no, there's no resistance. It's just, there can be a feeling when you think, oh, I have to go to that person, and then suddenly oh no, I'm not going. I'm not, something like that can be there. Yeah. I don't know if that's resistance. It's just, I don't know how to call it. What do you mean by resistance then?
Yeah, in this case, it's more like so.
Something else.
Yeah, it's an example. Yeah, but when I invite people by Zoom, and one of them is saying, "Why did you do it by Facebook or by another?" So she, so I've yeah, I know it's a story, but this is what's happening sometimes in my daily
just
life.
to explain, that can be.
Yeah. So I it's my sister. Nou, ik zeg het even in het Nederlands. Ik ben even niet zo goed. Weet je, elke keer ervaar ik alsof ik het anders moet doen. Ik ervaar een bepaalde dominantie, zeg maar.
So when she's saying something, you have the feeling, I have to be different, and she's very dominant. So it's difficult to say something about that.
Yeah, then yeah.
But it's just when there's a feeling, then there's very immediately naming that feeling and explaining why it is like that. And that's the whole story. There may be when she's saying something and there's something going on, maybe there's a feeling, a sense, or something like that. That's everything. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
with no reason, with no explanation. Explanation makes it more complicated. It can be there. If it's there, it's there, but it's not wrong, but it makes it more complicated.
Yeah.
And when there's somewhere a feeling there's something wrong, it seems like in the outside world, seemingly outside world, it's like there's a confirmation from everywhere, from not all the time, but in one. and that it's how that's how it works. I don't know why, and then that's the color. That's how it. There's a constant focus or on what's not right. There are a lot of survival mechanisms are like that. It's trying to make it right and trying to do your best, and then they don't understand me. And then it's an endless fight. But it's it's the how do you say it? It's the me that's they're wanting to fight. It's wanting to fight. There's just what's happening. It's just a sense, and that's it. The whole story is not important.
Yeah, I can follow. Yeah, I recognize that it's just a sense, but I also feel a sense in the body that it's more coming in in a tension, and that's what I don't like. Yeah.
But this is about no escape.
Yeah.
When there's tension, there can be tension. Of course, can there be tension? Yeah, just a sense in the body.
Yeah.
And the fight is, and that's what the me likes, you could say. Oh, there's something wrong. There's something, a wrong feeling or a nasty feeling. What can we do about it? Oh, the me loves it. And then we go on and but that's the suffering.
Yes.
Feeling on the feeling, there can be tension, but just that feeling somewhere, just only maybe there's some moment, and then it's just feeling tension. It's just tension. It's a sense. So what? But when there's something ongoing, like, oh, this is wrong, and then it makes it already more solid and more, and then it's going on a whole, and it's living its own life, you could say, in that sense. It's just a sense somewhere. It's not even in my body. It's not your sense, not even your sense. It's just a sense somewhere. Something like that. That's everything. That's it.
Rose?
Huh?
When Anita, she says, she talked about resistance.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, that like resistance sounds like, I mean, it feels for me many times like when I resist what is happening, like why this is happening to me, not something else is happening to me.
Yeah.
So it's really like, but it can happen really many times, I think, in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like part of trying to be in control, because think like that you can change things and you don't want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't want this, you want something else.
Yes. Like, for example, she talks about her sister and she was dominant. So if her sister was not dominant, it was much better and she would feel better about the whole situation. That kind of stuff.
Sure. That's what's going on all day in situations or in events or between people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that kind of resistance, which is actually very exhausting.
Yeah. And that's I don't want this. Maybe that's resistance.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want this. And when that me is not there, it's the I don't want this is not there. But it's when it was in the beginning, you could in the story, I remember it felt like being naked on the street and no protection at all. Like, oh my God. And because I remember I was so busy to protect yourself against what you don't want or what you don't want to feel or anything. And then suddenly that protection is not there anymore. And everybody is saying, I don't want a me because that seems like, that's the goal I'm longing for. But that's just, there's no protection, and it's just open. So no, there's no escape. I remember somebody who's hearing this who said, I don't want that. Yeah,
like the protect, yeah, like the protection became to be a very normal thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But I guess when it's so open, then it's also very, so it's coming in and also out. It's not, no.
Yeah, but that's in the story. You think that that's an idea of how things are going. Well, there can be a feeling, but it's not that. When there's nothing going on about a feeling, like I don't want it, or this is bad, or something like that. It's just that feeling is there for a while. So what?
It's also very strange, because if the me think like I want this and I don't want that, it feels like you really have a choice, like you can really choose, like that's part of it.
That's part of the dream, and you have to decide, and your decision is important because
and also this is also seems to be like so normal. We so got used to it, like this is a normal way to live.
And it's fascinating because it gives somewhere the feeling, maybe not now, but in the end I will succeed. There's a hope. This message is completely rush out all hope. There is no hope. This is it. And then you hear there's no bliss at the end or something like that. It's just everything. But what the me does, it makes it something like I'm longing for something special or something free, or it is a free feeling or something like that. Whole day, a free feeling that there is no tension anymore, or feeling joy the whole day. It's everything. It's already everything. That's the most funny part. It's already everything, but there's a lot of things going on, like, oh no, I don't want it, and I want something else. And the funny thing is, it's just going on all day already. And there's a whole dream going where there's a lot of attention in that you are in that dream and thinking, oh, I want to change it. Oh, what I thought, oh, now it's happening. Oh, I did the right thing. Oh, I can relax now. It's just accidentally happening in the same way. So then you feel, oh, I did the right thing. And then suddenly it's not like that anymore. And then, what did I do wrong? And then everything's going on, but life is just moving all parts. It's amazing. Oh God, I sometimes have an image of a tree, and then suddenly something falls off, and the tree like, what did I do? Oh my God, I have to make it right. Oh, I got. It's like, oh my God, but it seems so normal. It's amazing.
Well, I think it's also a funny thing that like the me like wants the freedom, and he doesn't know what freedom is. I think
no. Because it's a certain thing, that feeling no tension anymore, or everybody has something. The me can only think in something, because everything is real, thus it has to be something real.
Yeah.
But it can't hear it's everything. That's
There was another issue, like I just noticed, like when that I compare myself to others when I don't feel good about myself. So I don't feel good about myself, that I start comparing myself to others. And then like I can feel like bad about it, or I can get emotional about that. But when I look at it, it's basically just thinking. It's just thoughts.
Yeah.
And then there is emotions, and then it feels like it's really in the body. So this is what you mean when you say it's embodied, like it's in the body.
Yeah, but it seems like it's a whole that embodied is what I mean is that whole survival system, and that me is embodied. So it's not only in the mind. You think, oh, I have to behave like this. It's so embodied. So it's like from itself, it's already going like that. It's the body is that you can look at people, you can see it's something is embodied in a way of living, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm.
Rose?
Yeah.
Like when there is, you talked about like when there is no protection. I mean, does everything feel like more intense there? Like, like if there is no protection, maybe, I don't know, maybe you see more, you feel more.
Yeah, it's more
It's
intense.
like more
You get
intense,
used
yeah?
to it. You get used to it also.
Yeah.
Very strange to say, but it is like that. It's now, maybe in the beginning it was like, oh my God. And now it's more, yeah, it's just like that. Yeah. It's more intense, but there are a lot of moments when nothing is going on so much.
Mm-hmm. Can it be also overwhelming, or is it just intense?
There can be, yeah, sometimes
Also.
when there's a lot of noise and people like I like, oh my God. But it's, yeah, the moment.
Hmm.
Mm. But maybe there's different characteristics also, I don't know, that can be there. So some people are more like living in the woods, and other people otherwise. There can be different.
Yeah.
So we can't make an image of it, like how it would be or so. That's what we are trying, that how it would be, that asking question to me, how it would be, asking how is it for you, something like that.
Yeah.
You can't imagine this. That's
No, but there is sometimes curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
maybe there's a difference between like wanting to know or like just curiosity, just like
Yeah, sure. But then this is then the answer. Of course, it's all right to
yeah.
ask it. Of course, I can.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm still in the story, so I'm allowed.
Yeah, no, but I can't. Of course, you want to know.
Of course.
Of course. But the strange thing is how to say it. It's so normal. It's
Yes.
so difficult to say something about that. How to? What do you do all day? When my husband asked, oh, he's coming home in the evening sometimes, and what did you do all day? I don't know. Oh my God, I have to remember. Oh, I'm gonna sit there and oh my God, it's not important. So, and maybe sometimes I know and sometimes not. It's not that you always forget everything. No, sometimes it just pops up and it's there, and some things. Oh, and then suddenly later it's coming up. But it's not so important. It's not important. It's just Rose. Nothing important about her. Just a woman. Just a woman going to the shops and doing things and
living life. Yeah.
Living life. Yeah.
Yes. But still, like having no protection sounds like as if, you know, I mean, as if Rose cannot be really offended anymore, or like having a like.
No, that won't happen so easy. No, no.
Because the protection, I mean, that costs also a lot of energy. There's always the strategies and.
Yeah, all the strategies are so. Strategies. Wow. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And it's a dream. It seems like I'm protected and I'm in control and I have a strategy and it will work, and then suddenly something goes through it or not, or my God. It's already no protection. That's already no protection. It seems like that.
And for me, there is no value like in trying to observe and noticing all this strategy. It just doesn't matter.
For me, it's very important. But why should you? It's just a feeling. And then there's a feeling. So what?
And the me cannot like undo the strategies. It's just strategies. You can't do anything. I can change that for sure.
Sometimes they fall away. That can be that in those meetings. That can be some concepts or strategies are just falling away. You don't even know.
It's true.
And then after a while, you think, oh, I'm not so bothering anymore. Hey, that's strange. Something just changed. That can be like in those meetings. That can happen. It's a sort of energetic thing.
Yeah, I recognize it because it happened here. So that's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's not so much in the words. It's underneath the words.
Yes, true.
Something, and you don't know what it is. It's kind of like a disease. I like, oh my God, there's something going on here, and I can't. It's like the virus. It's just a disease, and it's going on, and you can't pick it, or you don't see it or feel it, and there's something going on, and it's attacking that survival, that whole thing, and not on purpose, but it's not nourishing it, so it's just falling apart. Yeah. When it's not taken care of or being busy all the time, it's just falling apart. And it's very easy. Life is very easy. It's just going. No one not to have to do something or to take care of it or do the right thing. It's very easy, just what's happening. It's not what I want.
Yes, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because to me it's really about, I think, many times about wanting this or wanting that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Mm.
You can say those strategies are dropped by itself. You don't have
they're
to
part
look
of the survival system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're sometimes so embodied, it's just going on. Maybe you already know, oh, I don't need to do that, but it's just going on because it's so in the body also. So that takes, you could say in the story, that takes time. that it, sometimes it's already so clear. I had it with my children that it was already clear, it doesn't, I want to do it different but that doesn't, it's not like that. It's not going like that. It's just falling away. It doesn't have to do anything with if you want to do it or it's clear. It's energetic, falling away.
Yeah.
This afternoon I'm living near Artis, and Artis is in Holland, is in Amsterdam, is a zoo. And then I saw some giraffes, and I really like giraffes. So I thought, I want a giraffe. I thought that. Wow, now I remember.
A few weeks ago, the president of America, he had COVID, and that was on the radio. I heard that, and then a few minutes afterwards, it told also that the AX index was going down or something like that. And then I'm thinking, oh, it's a crazy world with that kind of relationships. So it looks very, that there's, it looks that there are so many relationships outside.
Yeah, it seems very real, but it's just images on the screen or hearing some words on the radio. And then they are gone. Yeah. But then the whole mind and the whole me is taking it home and then thinking about it and hearing other things and comparing and things like that. It's just, there's only this. There's only what's happening. So when there are words, they seems to have meaning. That's the human. The human have brains, and we have abstract minds, and we're we're so capable of making meaning of something and seeing, because there's someone, so everything seems to have meaning, because meaning helps that, this is the right one, this is the wrong one, and this is meaning this, and this is important, because everything is about me. Me feel threatened, because it's in a world, that in a real world with real people, and we are there in that real world, and it doesn't feel safe or comfortable all the time, or free or anything. There seems to be something missing, and that this is not right. There's a huge feeling of feeling not worthy. So there has to be going something. It has to be blaming someone, or maybe I am the wrong one, and there's a lot of things going on. And this is all the thoughts seems to have meaning, so you can do something about it, and everything is important. And it's just an apparent world. It's just energy moving. It seems like real persons. It's just bodies moving. Nothing is going on. Just bodies. It's walking, a body there. It's a building, maybe seeing a building. That's it. Hearing words. And sometimes when there's not really active listening, and people are talking and you can't even hear the meaning, it's just words going, and you have to do something to make meaning of understand it. So and little children, they don't have meaning. They can't hear meaning. We have to learn them, this is important, and it means this. And abstract thinking is for little children. They just walk away. So it seems very important that abstract thinking to make the whole world work. But there is no world. It's just what's happening, and that's going on very easily, just like that, without any effort. It's just happening, apparently. So nothing is going on, nothing is important. It's an apparent world. Nothing needs to be understood in this message, because this is just it. It's the way it's moving when there's walking outside. It's just the walking, is it? It's not the way you walk, it's just that walking. And there's no better or there's no worse. It's just walking or watching. That's it. That's already it. Thank you. Thank you for joining.